we've all seen the movies where people get tortured for confessions and stuff like that. We know that, intelligence programs will torture people. We know about medieval torture methods. And we know people try to use torture to get confessions out of people to try and get the truth and whatnot, to try and get information from their enemies. But I'm curious, what is the most successful torture method for a confession? I mean, there's got to be a most efficient one. There's got to be a one with a very high success rate. So we're going to ask Grok. In fact, I've already asked Grok, and we're going to read what it told me. So let's figure it out. Torture. Defined under international law as the deliberate infliction of severe physical or mental pain to extract information or confessions, is universally prohibited by treaties like the UN Convention Against Torture, ratified by 173 countries. Despite this, it persists in some contexts, often justified by claims of efficacy. However, extensive psychological, neuroscientific, and historical research overwhelmingly demonstrates that torture is not successful for eliciting truthful confessions. Instead, it frequently produces false, incomplete, or fabricated information as victims prioritize ending the pain over accuracy. Below, I'll break down the evidence, common methods, and why alternatives vastly outperform torture. Under extreme stress from torture, the brain's cognitive functions, memory recall, decision-making, and truth-telling deteriorate. Studies show pain and fear triggered the release of stress hormones like cortisol, which impair the hippocampus, key for accurate memory, and prefrontal cortex for rational thought. Victims enter dissociative states, shock or hallucination, leading to confabulation, mixing fact with fiction or outright invention. Victims often confess to satisfy interrogators, naming random people or details to stop the suffering. A 2017 review in Psychological Perspectives on Interrogation found harsh methods increase false confessions by disrupting self-regulation and ego depletion. Technique reliably yields, no torture technique reliably yields truth. Claims of success, CIA's enhanced interrogation, are anecdotal and debunked by the 2014 U.S. Senate report, which concluded they provided no unique intelligence and degraded future cooperation. So I think that just confirmed that the CIA did torture. Historical data reinforces this. In the Spanish Inquisition, 1575 to 1610, non-tortured suspects confessed at 42%, while tortured ones did so at only 29%, suggesting torture deterred truth-telling. During the Philippine-American War, 1899 to 1902, water torture elicited collaboration from 66%, but was much unreliable, leading to wasted resources. Globally, a 2023 meta-analysis of 266 studies, 103,604 victims, identified the most reported methods, but none excelled at truth extraction. All prioritized coercion over accuracy. So it actually gives me a chart here of different torture methods and their efficiency, or their success rate, I think. So beating/blunt trauma, repeated blows to body or torso. This was 50% of cases. Low, false positive, high. Victims fabricate to end pain. Permanent injury, no verifiable info. Next, we have electrical torture. Shocks to genitals or sensitive areas. Reported frequency, 20 to 30%. Moderate coercion, but unreliable. Random names given. Cardiac risks, 65% false in simulations. Waterboarding, simulated drowning. Common in modern enhanced programs. High immediate talk, but 80% false/unusable per CIA review. Sleep deprivation, 48 to 180 hours without rest. The reported frequency was 15 to 20%. Increases compliance, but boosts false memories by 30 to 50%. I'm sure that's true because that person's going crazy, yo. Stress/positions confinement, forced postures or small boxes, 10 to 15% frequency. Breaks will quickly, but yields incomplete info. Muscle damage, psychological trauma leads to lies. So I think just the mental torture just either leads to lies or just like the person's fabricating something in their head that the person wants to hear so bad that it'll just let them go, which honestly that makes a lot of sense. Research consistently shows non-coercive techniques are 4 times more effective for truthful confessions and intelligence. The Schrapp method, used in World War II, elicited 80 to 90% cooperation from POWs without violence versus torture, which was 20 to 30%. Modern protocols like the investigative interviewing model emphasize building trust. Open questions, empathy, and shared humanity encourage voluntary disclosure. Evidence presentation gradually reveal known facts to prompt accurate recall without fear. No coercion. Avoids cognitive shutdown, yielding verifiable details 3 to 5 times faster. A 2017 Campbell review confirmed rapport methods reduce false confessions by 50% while boosting true ones. Torture's ripple effects include radicalizing communities, prolonging conflicts, and traumatizing perpetrators, PTSD in 30% of interrogators. It erodes trust in institutions and yields poor ROI. The CIA spent $40 million on enhanced programs for zero actionable intel. So I guess our answer is the best torture method for getting a confession is actually no torture at all. It's actually working with their psychology and sort of helping them out, which, kind of, I don't know, it surprised me a little bit, because I know I could think of a bunch of ways I could get tortured to give up information, and I would give it up like that. But thank you for watching, guys.